Continuing along with our NHL bust players, today we are going to be taking a look at Alexandre Daigle's career and what could have been. Once again, make sure you guys check out my channel for all other simulation videos that I have done, and make sure to subscribe while you guys are there. So, Alexandre Daigle was drafted first overall in the 1993 NHL draft by the Ottawa Senators, but it wasn't without some kind of controversy. The Senators were accused of deliberately losing games late in the 92-93 season, their first in the NHL, in order to guarantee the first overall selection and the right to draft him. This prompted an investigation by the NHL, who soon implemented a draft lottery to prevent such things from happening again. Daigle was selected first overall by the Senators ahead of future superstar Hall of Famers Chris Pronger and Paul Kariya, who were picked second and fourth respectively. He subsequently received the largest starting salary in league history, 5 years, $12.25 million, leading to the introduction of a rookie salary cap a few years later. Daigle initially seemed destined to live up to the pre-draft hype, scoring 20 goals and 51 points in a rookie season and 20 goals in 96-97, in which he had little offensive support. However, he was never able to reproduce the dominance he displayed in junior. He never registered more than 26 goals per season after that. He was frequently criticized for lack of effort and motivation, and there was also that bomb incident on a team flight that really didn't help Daigle's reputation. Daigle was lost in the limelight on performance-wise to Russian teammate Alexei Yashin. Management, however, supported Daigle over Yashin, touting him over Yashin for the Calder Trophy, although Yashin did end up receiving a nomination instead of Daigle anyway. After management continued to support Daigle despite his subpar performance and angered Yashin, held out in the 95-96 season unless his contract was renegotiated to pay him at a level similar to Daigle's. During the 97-98 season, after 4.5 seasons, 74 goals and 172 points in 301 games played, Ottawa finally soured on Daigle and traded him to the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for prospect Vyacheslav Prospal and another first-round bust, Pat Falloon. With the Flyers, Daigle scored 31 points in 68 games. In January of 1999, the Flyers traded Daigle to the Edmonton Oilers, who later that same day traded him to the Tampa Bay Lightning for Alexander Selvanov. Daigle played only 32 games for the Lightning, collecting 6 goals and 6 assists for 12 points. The New York Rangers then acquired Daigle, sending cash to the Lightning, but they too realized the one-time junior superstar was not living up to expectations and waived him at the end of the season. In 58 games with the Rangers, Daigle recorded just 8 goals and 18 assists for 26 points. Daigle lost his motivation to play hockey by age 25, but did attempt to come back in 2002 when he joined the Pittsburgh Penguins after leading the team in preseason scoring. However, those skills and points would not carry over to the regular season, and he spent most of that season in the AHL. Daigle signed the following season with the Minnesota Wild and matched his career-high point total with 51 points, 20 goals, and 31 assists to lead the Wild in scoring. He was also the Bill Masterton Trophy nomination from the team that season as well. Despite that good season, he was AHL bound again, but soon set his sights on Europe for HC Davos in the SHL. During his 3 complete seasons playing in Davos, the team won the league championship on 2 occasions. In a little over 3 seasons with the SHL club, Daigle played 137 games, tallying 46 goals and 94 assists for 140 points, averaging a little over 1 point per game. He would later play with the SCL Tigers in the 09-10 season, but didn't put up any impressive numbers, leading to an end of Daigle's playing career in hockey. Now, one could argue that Daigle did have some success in those European leagues, but it was clear that he couldn't keep the consistency on the NHL level. What if Daigle ended up never being a bust in the NHL? Now, before you guys chop my head off for Daigle's overall here, let me explain. I did some research trying to find out what kind of stats Daigle would receive in NHL 17. In the older NHL games, most players did not receive overalls, but rather colored bars next to certain stats to reflect their skills. So I used both Daigle's stats found in NHL 96, NHL 2000, and a created skater that someone used in his simulation in NHL 2002 to get a better understanding of his player type. I made him a sniper and gave him mid-80s for puck skills, a hard shot with below average accuracy, very strong skating skills, and a very bad defensive and physical categories, making him a 79 overall because of those bad defensive stats. Put him back onto the Ottawa Senators on the second line playing with Derek Brassard and Mark Stone, and I also gave him second line power play time. Unfortunately, the Senators would miss the final wildcard spot by 1 point, finishing with a record of 41, 36, and 5 for 87 points. Daigle had a very good season, and what's even more crazy, he tied his career high NHL point total with 51 points again for the third time, this time with 28 goals, 4 on the power play, and 23 assists. He finished a -2, making him a career minus player in the NHL for every season he played. I'd say this was a pretty accurate simulation considering that we got Daigle the same amount of points that he achieved in real life with very similar stats that he had in previous NHL games. But for Senators fans, they really wish he could have done that year in and year out. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe as always, and leave in the comments section down below what other types of videos of this sort that you guys would like to see me create. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.